I know a lot of people may not actually agree with this statement, but if you're watching this video, at least take the time to listen. Take the time to consider somebody else's perspective and maybe not even consider, maybe just listen to just freaking listen, right? But the idea that you're doing amazing when you live the life that you want to live in the way you want to live it is so, I feel like it's heavily dependent on your perspective of life, right? It's really dependent on what you believe life is all about, and maybe even if you're religious, that, yeah, basically what you believe life is all about. But I firmly believe that you're doing amazing when you're living life the way you want to live it, because I don't think life is about struggling. I don't think I know, like, I don't think anybody wants to believe life is about struggling, and that's just not a life worth living either, like, at all, right? This channel is a lot about manifestation, but I it's really also about my thoughts. It's really also about how I view life, and I want other people, because if this gives me peace, if these thoughts give me peace and make me happy, and I'm able to give myself grace in a lot of situations, I want people to be able to do the same and create the life they want to live and live the life they want to live, bro. So, and you may even feel it in yourself. I want to live my life differently. I want to do things differently. I have a specific way I want to live life, and you don't do it because you have a social norm that you feel like you have to live up to, or an expectation for yourself that you feel like you have to live up to. And then the question is, who placed that expectation? Was it you? Was it really you, or was it somebody else? Right? And if it was somebody else, you're living life for them at that point. Even if, and I don't care if it's your parent or if it's the freaking, if it's the society around you, you're living life for them. And every single time that you deny yourself living life the way you want to live life, you are denying a new point of view in this world. You're denying a new way of creating in this world. We're all so extremely different. And I honestly think that's the most amazing thing ever. Like, that we can all be so different and have different takes and live the life that we want to live and in our own perspective. But I just don't think it's nice, right? It's not nice when you can't live the life that you want to live because you're living up to somebody else's expectations. You know what I mean? That's not good, right? And I was reading this book by, I think it's Esther and Jerry. I don't know their last name, but Esther and Jerry, and it's called Ask and It Is Given. And at some specific point, she says, I think it was, I don't know what page or chapter, but she says basically that the universe benefits from different perspectives. Why does the universe benefit from different perspectives? Because when you have a new perspective, you create things differently, and you create unique things that are aligned with yourself, right? So if I have myself, Milan, who is creating a very specific world for herself, living a very specific lifestyle, that's beneficial because I've created something unique, special, one of a literal kind, bro. There is nobody like it. Nobody that could create like that. Because there's only one Milan. And just like there's only one you, there is nobody in this world that could live the life you want to live, bro. Nobody. And in the very specific way that you want to live it, bro. That's why I say, though, that I feel like this statement is very dependent on how you view life and what you think really matters. But man, I wish people would take it into account regardless of how you view life. And please let me stop blinking, bro, because I don't know why I blink so much when I'm talking. Anyways, so yeah, and I think it was interesting because when I was reading that book, I was like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of that shower thought I had that I didn't even feel like was my own thought. I'm not going to lie. I felt like it was a download from the universe, from God, whatever you want to call it, from myself, from my higher self, bro. That I am doing amazing because I'm doing things uniquely to myself, bro. And then I want everybody else to know that they're doing amazing when they're following the path that they want to follow, and they know exactly where that path leads to, bro. And that's the other part. You're not just doing amazing when you're living the life you want to live. not knowing where it's going to take you. No, you know, bro, because you're manifesting a very specific life, right? You're revealing what's inside of you, right? What's inside of your mind is it will freaking happen outside. It will. That it's just the truth, bro. And I think an amazing example that I made in another video, but it's so cool to me when I realized this was like when you think to do something, generally you'll go to do it, right? And there was one time where I think I was going to wash a cup or something, and but I thought about going to the fridge. Actually, no, I think I was going to the restroom to throw something away. And I was just like, even though physically I was headed to go wash a dish, my mind took over and was like, "Oh, I need to go throw this thing away." And my body moved to go throw that thing away. So now here I am with a cup and whatever it was. Actually, I don't even think that's actually what it was. I didn't even have anything. I don't know why I was headed to the restroom, or maybe it was the fridge. I don't know, bro. But basically, the idea is that I had it in my mind to go do something, but physically, I was doing something else. And guess what actually ended up having the power to move my body overall? The winning power. Guess what won? My physical body or my mind and what my mind thought I needed to do or I was doing? Because I also saw it in my mind's eye. I also saw myself going to the fridge to get something. So my mind won, and I ended up going to the fridge with a cup, forgetting what I needed to get from the fridge, but just surprised about how I needed to get something from the fridge. So I went to go do that, even though I was on my way to go to the sink with a cup, right? But I think that's like that's just a random, I guess, a random example. But if you've ever tried manifesting something, and even if you're religious, I would even say this: if you've ever had faith in something or believed something was real, even for a moment, or was going to happen, and it did happen, that's an example of manifestation. And manifestation is faith, right? It's really just what you believe to be true. If you hold on to that thought, bro, it will be physically true too. So that's all that is. But I wanted to go into that a little bit because again, if you're living the life you want to live, bro, you don't stress about, oh, I'm just living it the way I want to live it, right? And that's it. No, you're doing perfect and you will get everything that you want to get living that life in that way, right? Because even then you're creating a storyline in your head, aren't you? Even then you're like, I want to become a football player, and you're creating that storyline of how it's going to work out, but you know you don't want to work that job, bro, that you're working, right? And it's like, all I know is that I want to leave this job, and that's what you want to do, and you truly up for that, and you want to do that truly, do it, and the world will make it so that you can. Even if you feel like, oh, I don't want to do it right now because this isn't the perfect time, sure, don't do it. If you don't want to do it right now, don't. If you can tough it out a little bit more because you don't want to do it right now because it's not the time that you want to do it, don't. And you may find later on down the line that something happens where you're able to quit your job, right? Or you may find later on down the line that you're like, nope, I'm actually good. I'm going to quit my job now. I feel so at peace knowing that I will become the football player that I want to become, or knowing that you are already that football player that you wanted to become. So, yes, you're doing amazing when you're living life the way you want to live it. And yes, even when you're living life the way you want to live, you are going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. That unique perspective, that unique journey of quitting your job and going to chase after something that you want, or that unique journey of not having a job and manifesting one, and that unique journey of wanting a very specific job, that unique journey of wanting very specific friends or having very specific friends and not having them anymore, whatever it might be. That's unique to you, and it's beneficial for the universe to create that thing for you, that circumstance for you. It is beneficial for the universe to see that thing through because that is who you are and that's unique to you. So when you are manifesting your life through your mind, through your faith, it's universe, it's beneficial, and you are doing amazing. Well, I feel like that thought finally actually came together at the end. Like the thought that you're doing amazing, because that's all you need to do is to believe and to live life the way you want, and then the universe finds that beneficial and manifests that for you because it's creating in this world something unique to you. And by the way, I'm not going to lie, that if we really go into like the universe manifesting who you are specifically and how beneficial it is to the universe doesn't discriminate, because it's not freaking, it's not God. And God in the way of like, it's not a human God where it's like judging you for what you want and what you don't want. So it's not going to be like, and also not able to tell if that thing is bad or good per se, right? Like if you're believing, right, always and constantly saying that life is terrible, it's going to manifest that life for you because it's beneficial to manifest a life that you believe you're living, or that you're saying you basically want to live because you keep saying it. You keep thinking about it. Um But don't stress about that either. Don't stress about anything. Nothing's worth the stress. And just man affirm, believe, and live life the way you want to live it. Okay? I'm very proud of you. I hope you're having an amazing day. And maybe I'll change that to I know you're having an amazing day, because I'm confident in that. I'm having an amazing day and we're going to have an amazing day together. Peace.